Hey everybody, and happy Thursday. Welcome to a very special Thursday night episode of the Monday Night Double Play. And the reason I'm doing this is simply because I wanted to uh, have a celebration for reaching 1,000 subscribers on my channel. So first off, thank you to everybody who has been here from the beginning and helped spread the word, help get new people involved in the show, and for returning every week to watch and support the channel. And welcome to everybody who has just recently joined. I hope you're enjoying the content. You're able to at some point go back and watch some of the old content that I've created, and hopefully you can appreciate the quality of the videos that have gotten better, and I've certainly gotten a little more comfortable in front of the camera as the time has gone on. And so the way these double play shows work is usually I have a topic to discuss, and then I'll go over what I'm playing currently on my tabletop. But now that I have this new setup, I'm able to use my regular camera, which you can see right up here, along with the webcam on my computer. So it allows me to very easily switch between two shots.
And so you can go right down and see what's on my tabletop.
And so anybody that saw my show on Monday night, just turn off my alerts on the iPad. So anybody that saw my show Monday night, I did a live playthrough of History Maker Baseball, and that's the current project that I'm working on right now is a 24-team double elimination tournament. And I'm using all 24 teams currently available in the all-time franchise great set for History Maker Baseball. And I'm using the scoreboards, or the boards that Al Wilson has designed for this game that are really spectacular, and they're a really great centerpiece for when you're playing at a game, and they look especially good on camera. And so actually Al also did the design of these all-time franchise great cards. So a big shout out to Al Wilson. He is definitely a friend of the channel and a big supporter of sports board games in general, and is actually because of him that I'm doing this special show tonight. The teams that I selected, I kind of skipped around in my tournament, and it's going to be San Diego hosting Minnesota. Al is, well, he currently lives in San Diego. He's about to move to Phoenix, but I know that he's a longtime Padres fan, so this game is a dedication to Al and everything that he's done for the channel, and everything that he's done for sports board games in general. So, if you guys have any questions for me, or if you guys want to share any projects that you're currently working on, we can talk about those. Otherwise, I'll go down to the playing field, and we'll start the introductions for the game that I'm going to be playing out tonight. And so this game is
taking place at Jack Murphy Stadium, and it's the first game that I'm playing out in the losers bracket. And so this is going to be one of these teams' last game in this tournament. So we're down here. Minnesota has won one game and lost one. And this is San Diego's second game, so they're 0-1 on the season. Or in this tournament, I should say. All right. We got our first comment. My niece Sophia is in the chat room. Hi, Sophia. Welcome aboard. Thanks for stopping by. All right. So we have a matchup of tonight. First off is the 2007 Jake Peavy for San Diego. And for the visiting Minnesota team is Bert Blyleven. One pitcher is going to rely on his fastball and changeup, and one pitcher, of course, relies on his curveball, Captain Hook, as he was known. Pitcher is able to lead his team to victory. I did the pre-game rolls beforehand, and so Minnesota is going to be in a semi-harmonious mood, and San Diego, unfortunately, is in a semi-dissonant mood. And Blyleven received, he has a star rating for this. Ooh, and so I just said I got an echo happening. Let's see. Sorry, John. Oh, there we go.
Okay, John. Thanks for the heads up on the echo. Okay. Unfortunately, I had it set up on this close-up screen. It was taking audio from both my camera and from the webcam. So hopefully that took care of it on there. All right. So for the visiting Minnesota team, they're going to have Rod Carew leading off and playing first base. Batting second, the second baseman, Chuck Knobloch, from his 96 season. The designated hitter is going to be the 2006 Justin Morneau. The cleanup batter will be right fielder Bob Allison from his 63 campaign. Doing the catching duties is 2009 Joe Mauer. In center field, the 1988 Kirby Puckett. In left and batting seventh is Goose Goslin from all the way back in 1928. Batting eighth and playing third base is Harmon Killebrew. And finally, batting ninth is the 1930 Joe Cronin. All right, for your hometown San Diego Padres, leading off, playing right field, and he's also the hot batter for San Diego tonight, is 1987 Tony Gwynn. Batting second, playing first base, 2009 Adrian Gonzalez. Batting third, the designated hitter, 1992 Fred Crime Dog McGriff. Batting in the cleanup spot is the 1996 Ken Caminetti, playing third. Doing the catching duties is 1982's Terry Kennedy. In center field is 1996 Steve Finley. (1979) Dave Winfield will be playing in left field. Batting eighth will be a very young Roberto Alomar from his 1990 campaign, playing second. And finally, the shortstop batting ninth is the 1985 Gary Templeton. So we have a lot of veteran players out on the field tonight for this game. Actually, the only person who is either not neutral or an icon is Roberto Alomar. Everybody else is either an icon, a semi-icon, or has a neutral stat for their experience. So, without further ado, no questions pending in the chat window. We'll get right down to it. The Jake Peavy finishing up his warm-up tosses, and Rod Carew stepping up to the plate. Let's see what happens. Who's going to be the first team knocked out of this tournament? a 4-5-6. Rod Carew is not patient, so he's going to fly out to center field, and we're going to go right to the chemistry chart. All right, let's see. So, batting team is semi-harmonious. The pitchers semi-dissonant, but this time they're going to be both neutral. So let's see, batting team dissonance, no. So we're going to get a fence results. So let's see, Knobloch, he's not a slugger, a scrapper, or a home run king. So we'll go to the other column, and he is going to double off the wall. So the first hit of the game is a double for Chuck Knobloch. I always have to let out a sigh when I see Chuck Knobloch's names. I had a really cool card set. It was a collector's edition of him. It came in a CD case, and it was like 8 different foil cards. And this was when he was on his way to a surefire Hall of Fame career before he forgot how to throw to first base. If anybody remembers his last couple of years when he was in New York and was just terrible, finally had to move to the outfield. Definitely in my lifetime, a player that was just amazing to see kind of melt down and really fade out in their post-prime years. All right, so here we go. So 1 down, man on second, and the designated hitter, Morneau, steps up. 1-2-6. The pitcher is fresh, so he is going to line out to second base. And then we're going to see if they're able to tag out Knobloch at second, or if he gets back in time. Do they tag him out? Yes, they do. So it'll be a double play. The second baseman, Alomar, tags out Knobloch before he can get back. And so it's 3 up and 3 down. 1 hit, though, but nobody left on. And after 1/2 an inning, there is no score. All right. I see a couple more people have joined in watching. Welcome, everybody. I'm in the middle, or just started another game in my all-time franchise great double elimination tournament. And this is the first game that I'm playing out from the losers bracket. So it's San Diego hosting Minnesota. And so one of these teams, this is going to be their last game. And we're at lovely Jack Murphy Stadium in San Diego. All right, so bottom of the first, Bert Blyleven finishes his warm-up tosses, and Tony Gwynn steps up to the plate. See, Wild, no. Eager, no. So he is going to ground out to second. So probably first of many ground outs for Blyleven tonight. Let's see, 1-2-6. Yes, we have a fresh pitcher, so he will line out to second base. 2 quick outs, and the Crime Dog steps up to bat with nobody on. 1-4-6. Blyleven does have flash, so we will have a strikeout. He doesn't have a good eye. Yeah, so 3 up, 3 down, and after 1 full, there is no score in San Diego. And let's see. Let's see. Somebody just made a comment. What a blockhead, with block spelled out B-L-O-C-H. So I'm assuming they're referring to Chuck Knobloch. That's pretty funny. I like that. All right. So Bob Allison leading off the second. 4-4-6. He is not a star. Satsack utility or patient. He is patient, so it's going to be a call, third strike. So backwards K for Allison. PV's first K of the game. Joe Mauer steps up, and he's going to fly out to center field. 2 down for Kirby Puckett. 156. He is not a whiffer, so we're going to have our first result from the outfield drama chart. 6-6 is the right fielder, iron. No, that's Gwynn. He's actually semi-gold, so it's going to be a routine fly out to right. So a very quick top of the second, and still no score. 4, 5, and 6 hitters do up for San Diego here in the bottom of the inning. And Kennedy is going to lead off with a strikeout. Second K for Blyleven. 4-4-6. Is he a star? So normally Blyleven is not a star. He's only a semi-ace. But because of the pregame results, he is a star today. So that's going to be a ground out to second base. So one of the things that I really love about this game is how easy it is to set up and play, but then just these little things like that come up. So just for today, Blyleven has a little bit extra going on. He's got a little extra break on his curve, and because of that, he just got a ground out. Actually, something that probably would have been might have ended up in a single. So, all right, Steve Finley's up. 1-2-2. He's not a workman. Is he a champ or a whiffer? No. So he's going to line up to third base. And that is the third out of the inning. Another 1-2-3 for Captain Hook. And after 2 full, there is still no score. All right. So bottom of the order, due up here. 1-2-2. Workman, no. Champ or whiffer, no. So he will line up to third. All right, 1 down for Big Harmon Killebrew. 1-4-6. That is a flash. Let's see, he doesn't have a good eye, so that'll be a strikeout. PV picks up his second K of the day. So Joe Cronin up to bat. 3-3-5 wild, no. Satsack, no. So it'll be, he's going to single into right field, and then he's going to steal second base. All right, so a 2-out single. From the bottom of the order, we'll bring up Rod Carew with a runner in scoring position now. And 1-2-2, Workman, no. He is a champion, so it's going to be a nubbed infield single. And that'll put runners now at the corners for Chuck Knobloch. See if he can drive him in. 2-6-6. Oh, so actually the runner on first is going to get thrown out. So we'll say that PB tosses over and picks off Carew at first for the third out of the inning. That was big. Quick runners at the corner. So Knobloch will still be up to bat in the fourth inning. All right, go to the bottom of the third. Blyleven pitching to the bottom of the order. 1-2-6. He's still fresh, and he'll line out to second. Robbie Alomar steps up. Let's see, and he is going to fly out to center field. And finally, the catcher, or the shortstop, the 9th spot, Templeton steps up. 4-5-6. Is he patient? No, so he is going to fly out to center field. And we'll start the next inning on the chemistry chart. So after 3 full, there is no score in San Diego. All right, so Knobloch still up at bat. I'll go to the chemistry chart. And both teams are neutral. Batting team dissonance, no. So Knobloch's going to single. So his second hit of the night. see, what's that? That's the fourth hit of the game for Minnesota. Let's see what Morneau does. Flash, he's going to strike out unless we get our first result with the glasses symbol. This is one of the new additions in version 4.0 of the game. Is some of these results ask you to check what the home plate umpires qualities are. So in this case, we have Bill McGowan, and he is a semi-lenient umpire. And the decider die this time says that he is lenient. So instead of strike 3, it's actually going to be ball 4. So I went to a full count. Peavy caught the corner, but McGowan did not see it that way. So first break of the game here. All right, so we have 2 on at first and second and nobody out for Bob Allison. We get a 1-4-5. Let's see, he is not a struggler yet. So it's going to be a ground out to third. So Knobloch will make it to third. Morneau will get caught up in the double play. So it'll be scored a 5-4-3 for everybody following along at home. And 2 down for Joe Mauer with a man on third. 2-5-6, struggler, no. Is he a champion or patient? He's both champion and patient, so he's going to walk. So now we'll get runners at the corners with 2 down for Kirby Puckett. Let's see what Puckett is able to do if he's able to bring across the first run here. 1-4-6. All right, so that's going to be a strikeout again when we're looking for the quality, but this time McGowan is not feeling so lenient, and so he's going to call that strike 3. So Puckett will go down on a backwards K and leave 2 runners on at the corners. So we had 1 hit, 2 walks, and 2 runners left on. All right. For Bly11, we'll go back and face the top of the order here in the bottom of the 4th inning. We get a 1-3-6. Is he an ace? He's a semi-ace, but this time he's not. Is Gwynn a whiffer or cold? No, so we're going to go to the infield drama chart. 1-4 is the first baseman iron. Let's see. No, he is not. So it's going to be just a regular old ground out to first base. I'll put it down as a 3U. 1 down. Adrian Gonzalez up to bat. Lined out to second his first time up. So we got a 3-4-5. Is it an iron catcher? No. Does he have a good eye? No. So it's going to be a strikeout. And we're going to go to the right now chart. So the pitcher will be semi-hot. And the crime dog, he struck out his last at bat, so he is going to be semi-cold. All right, 1-4. Do we have a cold batter? Yes. Big swing at a bad pitch strikeout. So second K for McGriff. And another 0 up on the board. After 4 full, we have no score. All right. I'm curious to know anybody that's watching, if anybody has not played History Maker Baseball yet. If you have any specific questions, I'm not really going into the rules of the game, but if you see something that I'm doing, you'd like to know more, let me know in the comments, and I can certainly go into more detail about certain situations in the game. All right, so let's see. We've got the 7, 8, 9 batters coming up here for Minnesota in the top of the 5th. 2-3-3. PP is an ace, so it's going to be a ground out to short for the first out. Harmon Killebrew comes up. He struck out his first time. 3-4-6. Is he eager? No, he's actually patient, so he's gonna get a walk. So PV having a little bit of trouble with his control. That's actually his third walk of the game. And we are going to the chemistry chart. All right, let's see. 2-5. Does the pitching team have dissonance? Unfortunately, they do. So lack of hustle and modestly hit ball drops in for a single. So Cronin gets his second hit of the game. And what should have been a fly out. It drops in between two outfielders, and we've got runners at first and second with one down for the top of the order. Rod Carew is 1 for 2 so far in the game. 1, 3, 4. Do we have a gold catcher? No, Kennedy is neutral. And Rod Carew is a champion, so he's going to get a bloop single into left field. Let's see, and that is not going to score because Killebrew is a neutral runner. So that's going to load the bases with one down. All right. For Chuck Knobloch, who is 2 for 2 so far, with a single and a double. All right. Let's see. The original Grognard said he hasn't played History Maker Baseball yet, but he's seen my videos. Have a pretty good handle on it. Well, thank you, Grognard. That's a good compliment. I'd like to think that I've been able to describe the game fairly well. Anybody that doesn't know, this is my favorite game of all time. It's something I continuously have on my table. It was actually one of the reasons that I started this channel. So, let's see. Tom Redmond said, "I really like the stadium game boards." Nice. Yes, these game boards are just fantastic additions. If you don't mind killing your color printer with these, they're really wonderful, and they definitely bring a lot out. Especially these with the old stadiums that are no longer in existence. Let's see, and then. John McGinnis says that he's going to be purchasing the game soon. All right, always like to hear that, John. Let's see, I love Status Pro Baseball, and I wonder how History Maker compares. So I haven't actually played Status Pro, but from what I've seen and heard, I don't know. Actually, compared to like any other baseball game I've seen, it's hard to compare History Maker Baseball, just because how different it is, and that there's no numbers on the player cards. It really feels like it's its own entity, and it doesn't take anything from other baseball games. It's definitely, you're gonna, unless you're planning on playing out a full season with the game, there will be, swings where players that only had a couple home runs over the course of a season suddenly get on a hot streak, and they'll hit a home run in your game and then hit another one in the next game. But it all balances out, and the pregame things that happen are a really nice touch. It feels like you're involved in a game, of baseball. It all really comes together so well, and I definitely enjoyed all the projects that I've done with this game. But even just one-off games, it's been a lot of fun. All right, so let's get back to this pitcher's duel we got going on here. We got bases loaded for Chuck Knobloch and just one down. So San Diego hoping for a double play. We get a 1-2-4. Oh, and that's asking, does he have control? He has semi-control, so this time he does not. The batter is not eager, so that is going to be another walk. And that is going to bring in our first run of the game. Knobloch will get credit for the RBI. And we've still got bases loaded for Justin Morneau now. He is 0 for 1 with a walk. We got a 4.66. Wild, no. Is he a home run king or a slugger? This time he is not, so that is going to be a single into left field, and that is going to score 2 more runs. Knobloch will advance to third and hold up. And so suddenly everything's come off the rails for Jake Peavy. Let's see. There's 3 runs across. We got runners at the corners and still just 1 down. And Peavy is actually a full struggler now because there's been 5 straight batters that have reached. Oh, let's see. Does the manager want to go to the pen already? Well, I guess at this point it's like a game. Oh, it's like a game 7 of a World Series. Let's see. We got a right-hander coming up. Well, I think we got the perfect guy. So yeah, he is going to go to the pen, and he's going to bring out 1985 Goose Gossage. Rich Gossage. He, I think he's in 3 different card sets. He's in San Diego, he's in New York, and he's on Pittsburgh. Actually, I think he might be on another team. Gossage definitely had a very storied career. Played for a lot of teams, had a lot of success. I was glad to see him get into the Hall of Fame. He's a good character for baseball. So he's going to come out for a long relief stint here and see if he can put out the fire. So we're close or tally up Peavy's stats. So he goes 4.1 innings. He's going to give up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits. 3 runs so far, but there's still two men on base, and then he has 1, 2, 3, 4 walks, and he struck out 1, 2, 3. No home runs, and Gossage will come on. All right. So righty on righty, and one of the, I guess, house rules you could say I'm using for this tournament is something that Keith actually suggested for the game, the designer Keith Avalone, when you're playing all-star games or games with these all-time franchise greats, is that you don't use the rule of when a relief pitcher comes on of getting an extra ace quality to them just because you already are having really good pitchers on the teams. So I'm following that guideline. So Gossage is an ace, but he's not a double ace, what would normally happen if you were playing a game with regular teams. All right, so Gossage versus Allison, who was 0 for 2 so far with a strikeout and a ground into a double play. Runners on the corners. Let's see what happens. We got a 1, 3, 4. Gold catcher, no. Is he a champion? He's not, so we're going to go to the outfield drama chart. We got 3-6. Is the left fielder stoic? That is Winfield, and he is not. Where do we go here? So it's going to be a fly out, and that's going to score Knobloch. Will be deep enough. Oh. So I'll put it down as a sacrifice fly. So there are now 2 down, 4 runs across. The man still on first base for Joe Mauer. 1, 2, 2. Not a workman. Is he a champ or a whiffer? He's not. So he's going to line out to third to end the inning. So Gossage does come in and stop the rally, getting 2 outs, but another run will come across. So 4 runs in the inning, all charged to Peavy. And Minnesota jumps out to a 4-0 lead. All right, Blyleven cruising along here. He'll face the 4, 5, and 6 batters on the bottom of the 5th. 2-2-4, pitching at home, no. Slugger, yes. I'll double to left field, and just like that, I make a reference to the fact that Blyleven had a perfect game going, and it is immediately broken up. There you have it, the announcer curse. All right, so man on second for Terry Kennedy. 2-2-4. So that's going to be another double. Oh, and there goes the shutout. So back-to-back doubles to start the bottom of the fifth. And it's cut to a 3-run lead. Steve Finley steps up. 2, 3, 4. Runner on base. Yeah, there's a runner on second, so we're going to go to the plate drama chart for the first time. The 5-6 is the catcher Gold. No, he's normal. So that is going to be a wild pitch. And that will move Kennedy to third base. Line 11 will get the air. And then we're going to go to the experience chart. So Finley is an icon. Bly 11 is neutral. Let's see, 5-6, icon pitcher, no. So batter thrown out at first, runners advance. So it'll be an infield ground out, but it will score. Kennedy. And San Diego has immediately battled back and made it a 4-2 game. Winfield will step up. Base is now empty. 1, 2, 6. Do we have a fresh pitcher? He's semi-fresh. No, he's not fresh now. He is not a stat sack, so Winfield is going to single. And we're going to go to the right now chart. We'll have a semi-cold pitcher against a neutral batter. 3-5. Hot batter, no. He will fly out to the left. So now 2 down for Gary Templeton, who flew out to center field his first time up. 4, 5, 6. Is he patient? No, he's actually eager, so he's going to fly out to center field. And if we don't have a pitching change, we'll go to the chemistry charts to start the next inning. So San Diego gets 2 runs to cut the lead in half. And the top of the 6th, it's Minnesota 4, San Diego 2. All right, pause for a little refreshment break. All right, so let's see. Minnesota has a right, left, right. I think we'll stick with Gossage at least for a little bit. Let's see, we get a 2, 4, 6. Gossage does have control, so it'll be a ground out back to the mound. Puckett is 0 for 3 on the day so far with a K. Now Gosselin steps up. He's looking for his first hit. He's not going to get it this time. It'll be another grounder back to the mound. 2 quick outs for the Goose. I'll bring up Killebrew. 1, 3, 4. Gold catcher, no. Is he a champion? He's not. So we're going to go to the outfield drama chart. 1, 6. Is the right fielder Stoic? No, that's Gwynn. He's actually active. So that's going to be right fielder makes a diving play for a line out. So L9. So 3 up, 3 down for Gossage in his second inning of work. Keeps the Minnesota bats in check. And we'll head to the bottom of the 6th inning. And San Diego is going to have their 1, 2, and 3 batters due up. It's 3, 4, 6. Oh, and I just realized that I was supposed to go to the chemistry chart for Puckett's at bat. All right, well, we'll roll it. Let that one go, I guess. But yeah. All right. All right. Let's see here. 3, 4, 6. Fly 11 to Gwynn. Is he eager? No. So he's going to walk, and then he's going to steal second base. And now we're going to go to the chemistry chart. For Gonzalez. Let's see what happens. Both teams are neutral. So the batting team is not dissonant. So it's going to be a single. And on a leading one, I believe an active runner is going to score from second base. So Gonzalez drives in Gwynn, and we have a one-run game. So Minnesota jumped out to a 4-run lead. Blyleven had a perfect game going, but now it is just a one-run game. So McGriff is coming up. Let's see, we have McGriff, Caminetti, and Kennedy. Runner on first. I think we'll have Blyleven maybe face one more. And oh boy, 666. Is he an ace? He's a semi-ace, and he's not this time. McGriff is not a sad sack, so we're going to the glove chart. Let's see. Are there any gold outfielders? So the right fielder is gold. So first we need to see which fence it goes to. If we get a 1, we're going to have a chance, but no. It's to left field. Goslin is not gold, so McGriff has just given his team the lead on a 2-run homer to left field. Clears the fence. And now the Twins will go to their bullpen. And let's see. I think that we're gonna we'll bring Frank Viola out of the bullpen. 1988. Frank Viola. Let's see. So that'll actually close the book. So Blyleven goes 5+. Gives up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits and 5 runs, all earned, and all in that last 2 innings. And he had 1 walk. And struck out 1, 2, 3, 4 batters, and the 1 home run. So we see how quickly the fortunes can change for teams here, and especially with these all-time franchise greats where every batter is fantastic, and it's a player who was their best year of their career. Let's see. I have a question here about from John McGinnis about the manager cards. So I haven't been using these for my playthroughs when I do them. But so these are the manager cards, and what they are, they just add a little extra bit of strategy to the games. And each manager gets their own deck of them, and they can each be used once, and you can use 6 over the course of the game. So you can see there'll be a lot of cards that you won't use, and some of them have this little asterisk, which means it can be used multiple times, but when you play it, you have to discard one of the other manager cards. So like for instance, there's this dugout chatter where you improve your chemistry for this at bat. So like San Diego is dissonant right now, they would become neutral, and then a neutral team would gain harmony. Same thing if some of these will improve right now. So if you had a cold batter, you could make them neutral for 1 at bat. This is a fun one, arguing with the umpire. There's a couple of these where instead of rolling on the normal chart, you would immediately go to the experience chart, or you can go to the right now chart. And then there was a new card that was introduced in the last newsletter, which is this video replay challenge, where if a result takes you to the umpire charts in the book and you don't like the result, you can see if it gets overturned, and it's based on what the quality was that was used is how likely it is to be overturned. So if you have a questionable umpire, you have a 5 in 6 chance of it being overturned, where if it's a respected umpire, you only have a 2 in 6 chance. So this is a neat addition to the game. The designer, Keith Avalone, has suggested that you take out the pick-off card, or the attempt to pick off a first, and replace it with this, although you can still use the pick-off card if you'd like. So that's the manager cards. Like I said, they work really well. I'll use them when I'm doing a season playthrough for my teams, but for this particular project, I decided to not use them. So. All right, so we're still here in the bottom of the 6th, and Blyleven has been knocked out of the game, and Frank Viola is coming out of the pen to face Ken Caminiti. He is 1 for 2 on the day, and we get a 5-6-6. Is the pitcher an ace? He is, so he will line out to third for the first out of the inning. 1 down, nobody on for the catcher, Terry Kennedy. 4-4-5. Workman, no. Patient, no. So he will ground out to first. So 2 down, nobody on for Steve Finley. 1-3-5. Oh, here we go. We're going to go to the umpire chart. So let's see, we have bases empty. 3-4. Is there a questionable umpire at second base? No, there is not. So that is going to be a double. So it was a hit into the outfield, and then a sort of a close play at second base, and a questionable umpire would have called him out, but Nestor Chilak saw the play correctly and calls Finley safe at second base. So now San Diego with a chance to drive in another run. Dave Winfield steps up. Finley at second base. Got 1-3-6. Is the batter, or is the pitcher an ace? This time he is, so it'll be a strikeout. So Finley gets stranded. But San Diego scores 3 in the inning and now leads 5-4. So now with the lead, all right, so Gossage has already pitched in 2 innings, so he is no longer fresh. So let's see, we'll go to the bullpen, and we'll have we want to have come out. We'll have 2010 Heath Bell come on in relief. So Gossage goes 1.2 innings. He gave up no hits, no runs, no walks, no Ks, and no home runs. Now Bell will step on the mound. Minnesota has the 9, 1, and 2 batters due up. And Joe Cronin, he actually has a 2-for-2 day going, with 2 singles, a run, and a stolen base. 3-3-6. The pitcher is an ace, so he will fly out to center field. Now Rod Carew steps up. Carew is 2 for 3 on the day. We got a 1-1-3. Another ace result. So Carew will ground out to first. Toss to Bell. So 2 down, nobody on for Chuck Knobloch. He has reached base 3 times today with a double, a single, and a walk. 4.66. The pitcher is not wild. He's not a home run king or a slugger, so he's going to single to left and then steal second base. So Morneau now has a chance to tie the game. Let's see. We have Bob Allison. Problem with the San Diego bullpen is they don't have. Let's see. Well, no, they do have Mark Davis. Sorry, they have Davis and Lefferts as their lefty specialists. So let's see. I think they're gonna bring in. I guess who would they rather pitch to, Morneau or Allison? I think Allison has more positive attributes, although he is a semi-whiffer, but yeah, we're gonna manage like Tony La Russa here and bring in multiple relievers in an inning. All right, so Bell gets 2 outs in the inning. He gave up that 1 hit. No walks, no Ks, no homers, and he's responsible for Knobloch at second. And 1989, Mark Davis will come in to face Morneau. All right. Oh, we got a Twins fan here in the comments. Kevin Kilpatrick. Thank you for the congratulations. It was pretty awesome hitting 1,000. And he's got his homer hanky waving, rooting on the Twins. All right, let's see what Morneau can do if he can tie the game or maybe give his team the lead. 3-3-4. And this isn't going to do it. Davis gets Morneau to pop up to first base, stranding Knobloch at second. And so we can close the book on Bell. All right, so after 6.5, it's time to stretch. And San Diego is clinging to a 5-4 lead. All right, let's see. So Viola is in his second inning of work. And we've got 2 switch hitters and a lefty coming up. So I think we'll leave him out there for the moment. See what he does against Almar. 2-2-5. Is he a star? No. So he'll single to center field. And then he's active, so he will steal second. So I'll bring up Gary Templeton. He has flown out to center field twice today. 4-4-6. Not a star. Not a sad sack utility or patient. So he's going to single into right field. And that's going to score another run for San Diego. And let's bring us to the top of the lineup. And I think we're going to have another reliever come in. Well, let's see. Minnesota does not have another lefty in their pen available. So who do we want to come into? Let's see, we've got 1945 Dutch Leonard. He's a semi-ace with double control. I think maybe they'll try him. Or do they want to leave Viola in to face the 2 lefties coming up? let's see, if I can't decide, I'll go to the, do they go to the bullpen? Yes, they do. Okay. So we'll have a pitching change. Let's see, Viola pitched 1+ innings. He gave up 1, 2, 3 hits, 1 run so far, but he still has a runner on first. And he had 1 K and no walks, no home runs. And now Leonard. So one of the great things about these cards is not only the coloring, but that they're double-sided. And you get a little blurb about the player on the back. Pitched. And he was a knuckleball pitcher, so we'll see if maybe he can induce it from Mr. Padre. All right, 4, 5, 6. Is he patient? No, so he's going to fly out to center field for the first out of the inning. And then we're going to the chemistry chart. We have 3, 5. Is the pitching team dissonant? No, they're not. So it'll be a ground out to short. And so they'll get Templeton on the 6-4. And Gonzalez will reach on the fielder. Now Fred McGriff is up with 2 down and a man on first, and he had that big blast his last time. McGriff is a slugger though. He'll pop up. Oh, unless he's also a whiffer, which he is in this case, so he's going to strike out for the 3rd out of the inning. But San Diego puts 1 more on the board and now leads it 6-4. So we're in the 8th inning now. And I think we're going to have another, let's see, who's going to be our setup man? We have 1998 Hoffman available. I'd like to save him for the last inning. Let's see, we got right, left, right coming up. He pitched a 1. Well, let's see, we'll leave Davis in to face Allison and Maurer. And hopefully it doesn't blow up on us. All right, 1, 3, 4. Gold catcher, no. Champion, no. So we're going to the outfield drama chart. All right, 4, 6. Is a left fielder iron? No. So he's going to make a running grab and a line. And we are going back to the count. And everybody's neutral. So pitching team is not dissonant, so it's going to be a ground out to first. All right, so 2 down, nobody on for Puckett. These are 2, 4, 4. The pitcher is an ace, so he'll get Puckett to fly out to center field. So good work out of the San Diego bullpen. Between Gossage, Bell, and now Davis. They've thrown shutout ball. Not only allowing 1 hit. And let's see, since coming on in the 5th inning. So. All right, so let's see, Minnesota. They're gonna stick with old Dutch. I guess we've got a couple of good relievers here. We'll bring in. Well, I guess they'll bring in Joe Nathan just so they get a chance to use him. This is 2006 Joe Nathan. We'll close the books on Leonard. He gave up no hits, no runs, no walks, 1K. Now Nathan will come on, and we have Kennedy due up to lead off. He's got a double and a run scored on the day. Oh, and he just missed putting another run on the board. 155 is the home run king, but he is a semi-home run king, so instead he will fly out to center field. The crowd at Jack Murphy Stadium got up on their feet, but it's just a long out. All right, so let's see. Terry Kennedy is now up. What's he doing today? He's 1 for 3 with a double, an RBI, and a run scored. 1-2-6. We have a fresh pitcher, so he's going to line out to second base. So 2 up, 2 down. Steve Finley up. He has a double on the day. We got a 3-5. Let's see, what's Winfield done? He's gone 1 for 3 with a single and a strikeout. Do I want to bring in a pinch hitter? Let's see, who do I got for lefties? We got Brian Giles. He's our only lefty batter. And then, but I certainly don't want him in for his defense. I guess I could bring Kevin McReynolds in for his defense later. Although it is giving up a semi. Well, we're going to stick with Dave Winnell, and he should have brought in Giles. That would have been a home run. But instead, it's just another long fly out. So we are at the end of 8. And you can hear the gong start playing from the bullpen as Trevor Hoffman trots out. This is from his 98. Pretty much got everything you'd like in a closer, an A-star, flash controls, a semi-icon at this point in his career. To the World Series. So we'll close the book on Davis. He went 1.1 and had all zeros across the books. And Trevor Hoffman will toe the mound. So we got the 7, 8, and 9 batters due up. And let's see. Goslin is a lefty, but he's also the designated cold batter, and he is 0 for 3. So we're going to bring out the 1970 Tony Oliva as our first pinch hitter. And see if he can get something going here. All right, so it is 6-4. Hoffman trying to nail down a 2-run lead here and have his team advance to the next round. 1-2-6. He's a fresh batter, so that'll be a line out to second base. 1 down. Big Harmon Killebrew. Let's see, do we have any other lefties on the bench from Minnesota? We have Mickey Vernon and Todd Walker. Let's see. Well, Killebrew is 0 for 2 with a walk. So we are gonna do, yeah, we'll have 1953 Mickey Vernon come up and bat. The first baseman for Minnesota back then, and he holds the big lead record for career double plays at first base, 2,044. How's that for a little trivia? Win a couple dollars next time you're at the bar. Ask somebody who has the most double plays at first base. Oh, and then 53, he batted 337 that year, so really good hitter. See if he can do something here for the Twins. And we get all 6s. which that asks if he's an ace pitcher, and he sure is. So that'll be a fly out to right field. And so the crowd comes to their feet. Twins down to their last batter. And Joe Cronin steps up. He is 2 for 3 with 2 singles and a run scored. But he's a righty, so we have the lefty on the bench. We'll bring in 1998 Todd Walker. Is it lefty? All right, here we go. 2 down, nobody on. Hoffman deals. 2-2-3. Is he wild? No. Slugger utility? No. So he's going to single to left field. And he is not active, so he won't steal. So don't leave the ballpark just yet. The tying run now comes up to the plate, and Rod Carew. Let's see, we got a 4-5-5. Is Hoffman a flash? Yes, he is. So he is gonna strike out Carew to end the game. And nail down the save. Terry Kennedy will come out and shake his hand, hand him the game ball. And so your final from Jack Murphy Stadium is Minnesota 4 and San Diego 6. Let's see, your winning pitcher is going to be Gossage. Yeah. Goose picks up the win, going 1.2 innings in really strong relief. And Hoffman will get the save. He gave up that 1 hit, no runs, had 1 K. And your loser is going to be Blyleven, because his team never tied the game. Oh, he had 4 innings of a perfect game, and then it just really fell apart on him. Nathan had the 1 inning pitched. He gave up 1 hit. So final box score here: Minnesota 4 runs, 9 hits, no errors, and San Diego 6 runs, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hits, and we had the 1 wild pitch. All right, so there we go, guys. All right. Okay, I'll come back to my overhead camera here. Just catching up on the comments here. Mike Grummer says 10,000 can't be far behind for subscribers for the channel. Thanks, Mike. Definitely everything's a stepping stone, and you have to get to 1,000 before you get to 10,000. So hopefully it'll be a good run, and who knows, a couple of years now that I'm past the 1,000 mark, somebody tells a friend, they tell 2 friends, and so on and so forth. I'm definitely going to keep plugging along here, and this is definitely a major milestone, but it's a first rung, and hopefully AFR becoming something much bigger. Let's see. Red Spade has congratulations in the comments. Thank you. Mike asks, what would I do with the scorecard with all those pinch hitters if the game had extended? Well, I guess I'd get creative with spacing, or I would just simply use another scorecard to start writing them in. I've had a game go, I think 20 innings might be my longest, and I ended up having to use just an extra scorecard to keep all the stats on there. Let's see, M Solek 2000 says, I want to play this game, but I'm in the wrong continent. Well, yeah, the shipping is definitely expensive to get if you're over in Europe. But But the good thing about these games is there's a lot of PDF sets available to buy. There's usually at least one set available for download in the newsletters, so you can download those and print them off for free. But yeah, definitely that's one of the problems with tabletop games. If the company that um, you're trying to buy from isn't in your home continent, shipping can definitely be very expensive. Let's see. John McGinnis is asking, ever think of doing a top 5 list or a comparison video? I did talk about doing a top 5 list on um, my last live show. Definitely something that I might look into doing this summer, doing my top 5 games. Just a little explanation of why they are and what my reasoning is for having them in my top 5. As for a comparison video, I'm not sure if that's something I want to get into that's so subjective. I will tell you guys to go check out David over at the Baseball Demos YouTube channel. Did a really neat game where he played out a full game and he used, I think, 4 different baseball games. He used Strat, Payoff Pitch, History Maker Baseball. Maybe use Status Pro for the other one. And so that's kind of a good way to see a comparison. So I actually might steal that idea from David and do something like that. But I'm not sure if I want to get into like really direct comparisons of baseball games. I like to show games on their own and then let people, sort of make their own conclusions on what they feel about each of those games. But a good suggestion, John. Definitely something I'll keep in mind. And if there's enough clamor for it, maybe it's something I'll look into doing. Let's see. Thoughts on the upcoming golf game from Play. I'm definitely looking forward to that game. Everything that I've heard about it and read about, it seems like it's going to be just a fantastic game. It's based on this History Maker engine, and that you'll roll a set of dice, and it will be an if-then sort of thing, where if you roll all the dice, you'll look, does he have this for a driving quality? If he does, then this is the result, and if not, then you go to the next column, and so on. And just the being able to play out a full tournament, so there's quick play results that will come up. Basically, what you're going to be doing over the first couple of rounds, it's going to be similar to the racing week in Red, White, and Blue Racing, where you're narrowing down the field. And then once you get to the last 2 rounds, you'll have a handful of golfers that are in contention, and you'll manually play out their rounds, where everyone else, they'll get a score generated from the game engine. So definitely looks like a fantastic game. Like I said, everything I've read about it seems really great, and Keith is pretty positive that he's going to be able to get it out close to the original release date, sometime late September, early October. So I'll definitely keep you guys posted on that. Anytime I get anything that I'm allowed to share, I will do so. But that's a game I'm kind of reserving a spot in my top 5 until after that comes out, because that looks like it's going to be another fantastic addition to the Play.com catalog. All right. John McGinnis is saying, oh yes, commenting on that video over on the Baseball Demos channel, where it was 4 games, 4 different game engines, and one to play out one baseball game. That was really great, and I definitely give David a lot of credit for doing something like that and editing it together. Sort of a neat way to see how all the different games flow. And if you're in the market for buying a baseball game and you have an idea of what kind of game you're looking for, that's a great video to look at. And if one of them jumps out at you, then that's the game that you want to pursue. All right. Well, so this was definitely a lot of fun, guys. And I have something special down here. Give me just a second. Ooh. All right. So at the end of last year, I had said that if I had reached 1,000 subscribers by New Year's, that I was going to give this away to one of my viewers. And so now that I've reached 1,000 now, I do want to give this away. And so what this is the version of second season football that was put out by Replay Games. They had that game for a few years, and the big thing, of course, with this one is that it has the stand-up results chart, which a lot of people really enjoy, and it's sort of become hard to find in later years. So this is the chart that came with it, and this was the version of the game that I first got. I found second season football because I was into Replay Baseball. That was the very first game that I really got involved with tabletop sports, and so they just happened to also be publishing this game at the same time. So this is the first couple seasons that I played were with this, and then it went back to Play.com later, and so that's how I found Play.com, was because they took back their second season football game. So for all you guys that are watching this right now, you're going to get a heads up on the latest giveaway, and actually everybody that's in the comment section, you're going to get a bonus entry into the drawing for this. And so what's going to happen next week on the news, I'm going to open up a question of the week contest. So you can leave a comment on that and you'll get a second entry into it. And then at the following week, I will randomly draw a name and someone's going to get this shipped to them and in celebration of AFR hitting 1,000 subscribers. So, so anybody that's watching this live right now, if you haven't commented, just leave a comment in there in the window here. I'll keep this going for a few more minutes, and just let me know that you were here and you're interested in this. I don't know if it's a collector's item or not, but it's something really neat, and I'm not using it anymore, so I'd really like someone to get it that would be able to play and enjoy it. So there you go. There's my special 1,000th subscriber special. I was glad I got to play out another game of my favorite game, and the reason why I chose History Maker Baseball. For anybody that doesn't know, that was the game that I started this channel to showcase. I threw up a review of History Maker Baseball because once I started playing it, I realized how wonderful a game it was, and that it wasn't going to get any coverage from any of the board game channels that were currently on YouTube. And so that was the genesis of AFR, and so I'm always happy to show this game and give it any exposure that I possibly can for other people to discover the game. So, all right, guys. Well, thank you so much for everyone that came, left comments of support and congratulations. Thank you to, I think it was John that told me about the echo that I had when the video first started, to get that straightened out. Still learning here with all my new toys and technology. This is always a lot of fun, guys. I'm going to try to do some more of these live videos as I can, now that I have this set up. So definitely leave comments on the show here if there's any live shows that you'd like to see, or maybe you'd like to see something other than live playthroughs or Q&As. Definitely open to getting viewer submissions in onto the show. So, all right, everybody, we'll have a fantastic Thursday evening and into the weekend. And until next time, get out there, have fun, play games. My name's Steve, and I'll see you after further review. Have a good night, guys.